Alright guys, so today let's talk about my experience with Planet Crypticon, which is my first horror con I've ever been to. And I went with a friend and went down from where he lived like an hour away. And for the first horror con that I've ever been to, I've always heard that these things are great. I love the fact that this was a really, really awesome time. And I really dug everything about this con. Like whenever I got to this, I was kind of nervous because I've never met any like actors before, and at first I was like, what do I say? What do I say? And then as the day went along, I got better. But at first I was like, man, I don't know what to. I don't know. There were a couple people I just said hi to and bye to, which is fine because a lot of them don't want people to be over excited, and I think that that works. But before I talk about all the people that I went to go see and meet, I will talk about the movies that I got as a during at this place as well. I really love horror VHSs, so there were a lot that I found that I really wanted. And I own this on DVD, but I got Magic with Anthony Hopkins. Awesome cover. That is really creepy. Again, Fats the Dummy is scary as hell, but Magic starring Anthony Hopkins. This was $1, which is awesome. All of these are $1 except for one, and I will point out which one. But Magic with Anthony Hopkins, then Darkman 2, which I have actually not seen. I've seen the first Darkman, and I wanted an excuse to see this. And then this is the $5 purchase that I got, which is Village of the Damned, John Carpenter's, which I have not seen. I only have like 3 or 4 John Carpenter movies I have not seen on my bucket list, so this will take away one of them. Just have not had a chance to ever see this one. I haven't seen this or Dark Star or Ghost of Mars or Someone's Watching Me, and Elvis, I guess if you count that TV movie. But I think those are all the movies I haven't seen of John Carpenter's. But I'm excited to see Village of the Damned. I'm interested to see if I'll like it or not. And then Clive Barker's Lord of Illusions, which sounds pretty interesting with the plot. It sounds really fun. Or not fun, it just sounds very fascinating as a movie. So I do want to see this, and I'm glad that I found this for $1 as well. And then I have seen this before, Amityville 2, The Possession, which is one that I don't remember liking much. I think that is very odd, but for $1, I might as well try it out, because I do want to review the Amityville franchise one day, but there's like 20 of them. I hear almost all of them are shitty, but still, I want to review all of these one day. But I've seen this before, don't remember much about it. I will rewatch it sometime and review it. And then my last VHS purchase is Dress to Kill, which is an awesome movie. Really love this movie. I actually watched this last year for the first time. Loved this movie. I really love Nancy Allen and Michael Caine. They were really well done in this movie. Very well utilized. De Palma just always almost hits it out of the park for every movie I've seen him do. I haven't seen every De Palma movie, but I've seen a lot of them, and I really think that this is really one of his best. This one was actually really well done with an ending that I did not expect, and I really appreciate and like that. So that's my last VHS purchase. And then let's talk about all the people that I met at the con. And I've got photos as well, which I will put in this video, but the first person I would have been talked to is not a person that is in horror, but Danielle Logan from Star Wars Episode 2 Attack of the Clones, a movie that I grew up with as a child and love still to this day. I love all the Star Wars movies. Danielle Logan was there, and I was kind of starstruck because I've never met anybody from a Star Wars movie like in real life, any actors, and it just, I sat there like, oh, what do I say? And like, he was so incredibly a really incredibly nice person, and he was bouncing off the walls. He's like a really eccentric, funny person, and he really kind of calmed me down at first because I was like, what do I say to all these people that I've never met? And I really appreciated he was the first one I talked to, and we got some really great photos as well with him. So I thought that was pretty hilarious. He was a real treat to meet. Really liked him a lot. And then I met Kane Hodder, which is really exciting. I really have wanted to meet Kane Hodder for a while, and he was really funny because whenever I went up to him to take the picture, I've sat down with him, he put his arm around my shoulder and put his hand right on my mouth and said, "Is this right? Is this right for the picture?" And like I just sat there kind of like, and then he just laughed and like put it down. But like I liked how he had such a funny personality. Like he was really nice, and I love the fact that all these people that I'm going to talk about were really nice, respectful, and just funny and really charming. And I really appreciated that a whole lot. And also, I met James Jude Courtney, who I got for this Halloween Steelbook. I got his autograph. Really cool. Really nice guy. Again, really, really appreciated that. Again, all these people doing these are so nice and kind, and I really love that. And he was such a nice guy. He seemed like he was such a down-to-earth dude, and I don't know if he's done much else besides the new Halloween movie. I don't remember if there's much else on his filmography, but he was so awesome, and really, really enjoyed him because he just was such a kind person. So really like that as well. And then I also met Danielle Harris, and this was another awesome thing for me because Halloween, I grew up with all of these films. And Halloween 4, I watched a lot as a kid, and 5, a lot as a kid. And Danielle Harris is just one of those people that, like, she's so good in those two movies that, like, I really wanted to meet her, and she really was kind and sweet as well. And I love how all these people were so nice and wonderful to me. I really appreciated that. I didn't have any bad encounters with any of these actors. And for me and her, it was kind of a meet and greet thing because she had a line, which is fine. But I was just like, "Hi, how you doing?" And said hi to her back, or she said hi to me back, and she just was really friendly and really nice. And I appreciate that everybody I met was just so nice and friendly. And then I took a picture with Heather Langenkamp, which again knocked off like 4 people off my bucket list that like I wanted to meet, like actors. So Heather Langenkamp was so nice, and I love the fact that she was so down to earth because she was asking where I was from, me and my friend were from, and where she was from, and just telling us like where she's at now and like how places that she's been to. And I love how we really were just down to earth on that conversation. That was really fun as well. And again, like it seemed so down to earth and so nice and friendly. So that again was such a cool meetup. And then also the last person I met was Michael Berryman, who, if you don't know, played Pluto in The Hills Have Eyes. He was also in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. And he was such a nice guy too, because I love the fact that we just talked about barbecue, because where we were at in Kansas City, that's where barbecue is pretty famous for. It's really famous in Kansas City, and he was talking about Louisiana barbecue and how if you ever go there, try this one place in Louisiana. And I really, again, loved how it was just a down to earth conversation again. That was really cool. And he was really nice and friendly. And then the last person I met, who is not a celebrity, but who is one of my YouTuber friends, is Dustin from 3B Production Company. He really was such a cool dude, and I've already talked to him before, like online, but meeting him in person, like he's just as awesome as he seemed, like on his videos, and I really love that as well. And we talked a lot about movies and just talked about like again where we were from. So that was just a fun time as well, meeting him and his wife and meeting his other friends as well. So it was nice meeting Dustin as well, and I just really thought that this was a great, entertaining, fun time, and I really do want to do more of these cons. Even though where I live, it's not really a location that cons are super close to. This location for me took 3 hours to get to, and that's staying at another person's house and then going an hour later from their house. So it's a 3-hour drive just for this. But next year I will definitely do this one again. Like I really, really dug meeting everybody. Oh, and also I got to be at a panel with Tobin Bell, who I'm ashamed I could not. The lines for him were like through the building, like all day, the whole day. He was the most like requested person to get autographs and pictures from. So like I couldn't even ask for like anything from him. But I got to be at his panel. Him and Shawnee Smith, who Shawnee Smith was awesome as well. They were both so funny. And I love the fact that they were talking about not really secrets about the franchise or like working with people involved, but they were really hilarious, and they talked about like like people in the crowd mentioned like the Chris Rock remake that's apparently happening. I guess it's true that it's happening, but like they kind of played coy on it, which makes sense. I don't know if they're involved, but I thought that that was really fun and interesting. And Tobin Bell is such an intimidating person, but he seems so cool as well. That makes sense. But there were a lot of people I wanted to meet as well, but that's all I could do money wise to like take pictures with, and everybody else was busy. So it was unfortunate, but man, I really had a fun time at Planet Crypticon. This was a really cool way of meeting all these people that I've grown up with watching, and even a YouTuber that I have been friends with for a bit. So it's was a really awesome time, and I can't wait to do it again. I really loved going to it. So that's my quick video on my experience at Planet Crypticon. So that's all I could say pretty much. So thank you guys so much for watching.